2 years back. 2021, I was staying across the street in another hotel. I moved around this city. That was my first visit. What I found when traveling in US, that was the third city, the impact of COVID could be seen in all spheres of life. In hotel, you won't find workers. In malls, you won't find many customers. The economy, the mood in general was downbeat. And that was not the case with US alone. World over, everyone was facing aftermath of COVID. COVID had huge negative impact on economy. And till today, not many parts of the world have come out of that. US being one of them. There are already problems. The problems got accentuated by COVID. In this grim scenario, there is one country which is growing at phenomenal rate, 8% per annum. When most of the G20 countries and developing countries are finding it difficult to keep afloat and be in the positive territory, India is growing at 8%. You saw the economy figures that we are going to be third largest economy very soon. Touch 5 trillion and accelerate further. Today India is the hub of economic growth and change in the world. You might have heard in the opening video, so John Kerry was Secretary of State in 2015. He attended Bible Buddha Summit. I was there to receive him. He made a statement. It is coming together of world's oldest and largest democracy. That is the partnership of US and India is all about. Today, you name the sphere in world order, be it economic, geopolitical, tech, capital, business, it is this India-US partnership which is going to define the future. And in this India's growth, we are a small state, just about 5% of population, but Gujarat contributes to almost 8% of India's economy, punching far above its weight. So the first point I wish to make today is why you should be there. Because if you want to do business, if you want to grow, if you want to be part of this journey, then Gujarat and India is the most preferred destination. Just few macroeconomic indicators of Gujarat. It is not only contributing to India's growth in big way, thereby becoming growth engine of India. It is attracting highest amount of FDI. It is very significant partner in industrial output. It's a manufacturing base. Its port-led development has defined the growth for last 3 decades or so. So all macroeconomic indicators will tell why Gujarat is the place. You would like to ask this question, why should it be Gujarat? Because we want to showcase what Gujarat offers to you. What do you want as an industry? What an investor looks for? We have everything to offer. You want infrastructure? It is one of the best infrastructure. Everyone wants ease of doing business, doesn't want to stay in queue and spend a lot of time. Dr. Shikhar was mentioning that one of the biggest investment in recent days came from one of US companies called Micron. Micron decided to come to India. It's one of the priority sectors, semiconductors, and they chose Gujarat. And I wish to tell you, then the day MOU was signed, and the day they got land to start their manufacturing plant, it just took 17 days. 17. That is the speed at which government of Gujarat works. Not only land, they have got permissions for all other infrastructure. So ease of doing business is our forte. We are sectoral leaders in many business areas. There are a number of segments in which Gujarat leads business in India. So we are there. We are a policy-driven state. What I say here, Pranav just made a presentation on ATS. On semicon, even if there is one industry, we go by a policy statement. We don't make it, some kind of a deal which has to happen between one person to another person. It's a state of Gujarat's word and it should stand over a long period of time. So we make policy and those policies drive us in future. We have workforce, we have got energy, we focus on sustainability and importantly, ease of living. Not only ease of earning should be there, at the end of the day, everybody wants to have ease of living too. We are one of the most urbanized states and we seek to provide better cities. So infrastructure, we have got power, surplus, we have got gas grid, water grid, industrial estates and park where you can have land. We have many special investment regions. We have got an investment region near Ahmedabad where Micron has set up its base. It's automotive hub. World's some of the largest automotive companies are there. We have got Dholera, special investment region where international airport is coming. Lot of aviation sector companies are coming up and maybe very soon we'll have some big company from Fab coming there. We have got road connectivity, port, almost 40% of India's port traffic moves through Gujarat. We have got best road, rail, air connectivity. In order to drive and attract development, investment, we have got some of the major projects where we have kept everything ready for you. Gift City, you saw the presentation. Dholera, special investment region is another area. Dream City is an office complex in Ahmedabad, Surat, where we do diamond business. Diamond boost is there, and 80% of the world diamond are processed in Surat. This is one office complex which is bigger than any other complex in the world. We have got so many other projects where plug and play kind of schemes can work instantaneously. So gifts, I'll skip that part. Ease of doing business. You want facilitation, single window, land bank is available, and lot of paperwork. We seek to reduce so that we get fast approval to start your business. I said earlier, Gujarat is sectoral leader in many areas. It's automotive hub of India. Almost 70% of the ceramics are produced in Gujarat. Chemical and petrochemical, almost half of India's production comes from that state. Pharma, again we are business leader by a long distance, almost 40% pharma production. Textiles, be it wear, technical textile, industrial textile. Gujarat has been considered as hub of textile for last 5 decades. Gems, jewelry, diamond. We top world business by a long margin. This is an illustrative list in engineering to agriculture to food processing. Gujarat's basket of things, and very soon we are going to add semicon in this. Gujarat boasts of a wide spectrum of industrial activities happening there. There are few more which are on the anvil and coming up. Semicon I said. Green hydrogen, I wish to take a minute of yours. Green hydrogen is one area along with renewable where Gujarat is pushing very hard. We have got total renewable potential of about 180 gigawatts. Already 25 gigawatt we have developed. 30 gigawatt power would come up in next 2 to 3 years, and we plan to put 100 gigawatt of power under green hydrogen. Gujarat and India is going to become next center for green hydrogen across the world. We want to have AI, high-tech manufacturing, aircraft manufacturing. Already Boeing has set up its base in Gujarat. These are some of the sectors where we have attracted investment, and in the coming days, lot of activities are going to happen. I mentioned earlier, these are some of the policies. You name the sector and we have a policy. If you want semicon, there is a policy. If you want IT, there is a policy. If you want in general industry, there is a policy. Aerospace, defense, cinematography, tourism, sports. We are a policy-driven state, and we want to deal with policies. We negotiate, we talk to potential investors, and then frame their requirement and our commitment in terms of policy. And that policy then becomes the keyword through which we give whatever incentives, subsidies or benefits that are to be given. Latest of that was semiconductor policy, which we declared last year. Recently, 3 months back, we have come out with new renewable energy policy. So different sectors, we come out with these policies in order to have a concrete roadmap for development. San Francisco is capital of innovation. Silicon Valley and areas around this town thrive on that. Disruption and innovation leading to improvement in different areas of business, living or individual life are the key that drive that innovation. We want to learn, we want to encourage this innovation in the state of Gujarat. I just want to give one figure that Gujarat has got 1.2 million micro and small enterprises. And these micro and small enterprises have thrived, survived and contributed to economic and social growth because they are highly innovative. They know how to survive, they know how to take risks, and they know how to innovate. This spirit of innovation, which is with every Gujarati citizen, we want to take more formally, and we are encouraging them. Sustainability regarding green power from solar, wind, green hydrogen, I've talked about. This is one of the biggest area of investment that is going to come up in coming days. It's going to be huge investment in generation, storage, transmission and conversion in green hydrogen, maybe green ammonia at some point of time. Ease of living, I wouldn't elaborate here, but we have now formally staked our claim for Olympic 2036. Formally means declared our intention, formal claim will take some time. and it is expected the city which is going to host this Olympic claim is going to be a Gujarat city, most probably Ahmedabad. Not only that, we boast of some of the best places to visit, to leisure, and to enjoy nature. The statue which you saw on left side of the screen is a Statue of Unity. It's 182 meters tall, just double the size of the Statue of Liberty. We have got white desert, we have got Asiatic lion, we have got places of Indus Valley civilization which dates 6,000 years old. We have got archaeological and historical places from 400 year to 1200 year old places which are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We have got some of the modern iconic places. We have got nature, we have got beaches, name it. And Gujarat is thriving and planning to attract more and more tourists. Along with industry, one of the biggest thrust area that we want to have is our tourism. You can come, enjoy Gujarat hospitality, Gujarat fairs, Gujarat dances, Gujarat cuisine, Gujarat fiber, art, craft, and multiple areas. Gujarat has got a huge diversity of cultural and civilizational attractions. Friends, Vibrant Gujarat 2024 is a global platform. It started very small in 2003, but last 20 years, it has grown into one of the world's important destination for business leaders, for industry captains, for innovators, for idea makers, all those who want to collaborate and solve the problems which humanity faces. This is a platform where people assemble, they discuss, they talk, they find solutions, they collaborate and decide the future roadmap. And the theme of this year is Gateway to the Future. Because immense challenges are being faced by different countries, by different societies, and this gives a huge platform to discuss and solve those. It's a journey of 20 years which we have traversed. There are going to be pre-summit events. There are events during the summit. There are not only country-wide seminars, sectoral seminars, there are B2B meetings, there are B2G meetings, there's a global trade show. There are a lot of events, lot of activities which are happening parallelly during this event. Though the main event is just 3 days, but previous to that, there are a lot of activities which are happening parallelly. Maybe some of you want to participate in one or more of these activities or events, and we want to welcome and invite you for that. The slightly more elaborate day-to-day plan, the complete plan, details of different events, the participation, the concept note, what are the topics of discussion and what is the agenda of discussion is all available on website. This is one of the world's biggest platform where more than when last time this event happened in 2020 we had more than 46,000 people visiting that. Delegates from 140 plus countries visited. There were heads of governments and business leaders. So it's not a small talk show. It's a big event where everyone wants to be seen, everyone wants to do business, and everybody wants to explore that value which they themselves want to gain and in turn make it valuable for all others. This global trade show, which is going to happen parallel to this event. For the paucity of time, I have not mentioned all the events which are going to happen. There are a number of them. Friends, this is an event to be there. This is an event happening at a place which is defining growth and trajectory of new economic development, social development in the country and in the world. I invite all of you to this event. You may come, as Jayanti said, and stay longer to enjoy Kite Festival. Go to Run of Kutch, enjoy White Desert, visit Statue of Unity, that's a sight to watch, and so many other attractions. But this is one place where you will find very warm hospitality, warmth of people and government there is worth to be seen. Today, all of you have come here to listen to us. I again thank you all on behalf of Government of Gujarat and India, and I wish that India and US work together for betterment of this world. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. We'll now take a few minutes for Q&A from our speakers. We have some microphones, some handheld microphones down on the floor. So if you would just raise your hand, we'll bring you a microphone. Please identify yourself and your company when you ask your question, and keep it brief because we are running short on time.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for the great meeting, great information. My name is Ramesh Konda. I work for Forces in here, Silicon Valley. One question is about the education collaboration between US and the universities you have in Gujarat, in general India. What are the different initiatives we have in collaboration for the educational growth? Thank you.
Thank you. So far, we had, one-way traffic going on as far as education is concerned. A lot of Indian students in Silicon Valley and vouch for that. A lot of Indian students are coming to US for study, higher studies. And we realized that if India has to grow and grow fast, knowledge economy is going to play a big part. So we are encouraging educational institutes, institutes of higher learning in all aspects, be it engineering, technology, humanities, to name it. But in coming days, a policy has been announced already that foreign universities can now open international branch campuses in GIFT City itself. That's a new initiative which has been taken and which was demanded for quite some time. Presently, this is a small window which has been opened in GIFT City. It has got two kinds of relaxations. One is financial, second is educational. So regulatory relaxations from financial would mean that now these universities can have their fees, tuition fees being charged in dollars, and they can repatriate all the profit back home in whatever manner they want. No Indian regulation would apply to them as far as their economic sphere is concerned. At the same time, the regulations on educational, academic performance at work, those also have been relaxed. They can start course, they can have specific requirements of academic performance to teaching to others, whatever they are doing in their parent university. They can offer the similar course what they are offering in their parent institute in US or for that matter anywhere in the world. So these two have been given as a major relaxation. Already two universities have set up and have agreed to set up, and maybe next academic year they are starting. We had a round of meeting with universities in New York. We had another round in Los Angeles, and lot of universities from US are showing a very keen interest to set up international branch campus in Delhi.
Hi, thank you for this fantastic session. My name is Dhaval Shah. I work in a machine learning AI startup. The question I had was about two-pronged. One is partnerships. So, for example, if we want to do business in India in multiple states, including Gujarat, of course, what are some of the states you have a lot of affinity with, like maybe the neighbors or some other states due to some other reasons? And on the second part of my question, what a fantastic presentation and the opportunities that we can see and vision for Gujarat. What are some of the challenges you folks are facing to help realize that vision? Thank you.
I begin my presentation with the word that if we need to solve many of the problems of the world, it can happen only through partnerships. It is coming together of ideas, idea and capital, capital and technology, coming together of the people to succeed some of these initiatives. We strongly believe that not only Gujarat should grow, all parts of India should grow. Because India cannot grow unless different parts of India can grow simultaneously. Not only that, our Prime Minister said many on occasions that we believe in the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole earth is one family. And in recently held G20 summit, in which 20 developed countries participated, this theme was the prime theme. That let us partner with each other to solve different problems of the world. Be it pollution, be it that of energy transition, be it that of education, be it that of poverty, health, and so on and so forth. So partnership, whether locally or internationally, is going to be key to it. Second part of your question deals with what are the challenges we are facing. See, no change can happen unless there is some driving force behind it. We believe that the world is changing and changing very fast. Particularly in the sector of IT, data management, now AI, machine learning is throwing huge challenges. We in Gujarat also feel that so far we have been strong on manufacturing based economy. We need to move to knowledge and service economy in a big way. So we are trying to catch up there. That one side we are focusing on service sectors like tourism, entertainment and others. On the other hand, we are focusing strongly on high-end industrial services, IT services, banking services, financial services, and so many others.
Hi everyone, this is Namita from the Times of India. I'm not a journalist, so this question is not journalistic, but this is a more broad-based question actually for everyone here, Dr. Reddy, Mr. Gupta, Jayanti Bhai, I loved your speech. I have had the opportunity of being a part of the Uttarayan festival in Gujarat, and I think it's the most surreal experience, even as an Indian, to be a part of it. So my question is actually very broad-based, and like I said, anyone can take a free shot at it. I understand that media plays a very important role, in bringing together all these stakeholders between the India and US bilateral trade corridor. What role do you guys see media can really play to bring this entire community together? And like Mr. Gupta said, really be a force that propels the relationship between India and US. Fortunately, the Times of India is now in the US, so I'd love to know from any of you who could tell me a better way media can be a part of this community really. Thank you.
Thank you. I think your question had an answer inbuilt in that. See, communication is the key. That unless we communicate with each other and communicate at different levels, we really can't interact any further. So media is going to play a huge role, and I think social media has made media more democratic. So there are millions of views which are being aired, the views are being propagated, and I can say proudly, India is a big democracy, US is a big democracy, and one of the biggest things we thrive on is individual freedom of expression. So media is going to definitely play a big part. Mr. Deep.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ajit Manocha. I really don't have a big question, but I want to echo with some of the things Mr. Gupta you said and Mr. Reddy said before, and a couple of questions came up on challenges. First of all, a bit of my background. I've been in the semiconductor industry for the last 4 decades. With Bell Labs initially to Philips Semiconductor, which is NXP. I was the chief operating officer, and I was the CEO of Global Foundries. I retired twice, and now I'm actually in charge of SEMI Global. SEMI is the industry association which helps the countries to really enable ecosystem. I've personally witnessed the making of Taiwan, making of South Korea, and even making of China. And I've been in the industry for so many years, and in the past, many times, government asked me, why can't you put a fab here in India and so on. And I used to say, oh, my dead body, because India did not have policy, did not have ecosystem. And of course, the design services, India is now 20-some% of the design services in India. So, but still lacks ecosystem. But last time when the policy was announced in 22 or 21, I was behind the scenes working with the mighty. And so this policy, for the first time, is the right policy, which is promoting not just the fab, but ecosystem. And I'm also on the advisory committee of ISM. And I shared the stage with Shri Bhupendra Patel and Shri Narendra Modi last year, this year, July, in Gandhinagar. And I mentioned that in the past people used to ask me, kuch ho raha hai? And we used to say, hoega. But now I'm saying, no, definitely it's happening. And I think the challenges, the question which came up is really, one thing, the bringing semiconductor into India is a huge challenge by itself. We are so fortunate, and we should be so thankful to Micron for taking the first step of bringing the assembly set and test facilities in Gujarat. And I think I don't need to say much about Gujarat. I think Mr. Gupta has said everything, and I think I fully agree, and I've witnessed a lot of this growth myself. But I still think we have to really, as fellow Indians, need to really take the charge in our own hand. First of all, to make Micron successful in Gujarat. And I think the media should help to focus on the successes of this, because we're going to have so many barriers to entry into this market, into this industry. But why this is so important? And that's really the message I wanted to share with all of you, to build upon what you said. This industry started in 1960s, early 60s, and it was, when I started in this industry, it was $10 billion IC revenue. In 21-22, we touched upon almost $600 billion revenues. And it took 60-some years to come to 600 million revenue. Now, of course, this year is going to be lower revenue because of the economic downturn. But in the next 7 years, it's going to be 1 trillion. And this growth, we can only, if we sleep on the job, this growth we will not get any part of the growth. And I think the stars are fully aligned in favor of India, based on everything we heard this morning. Plus, the geopolitical tensions are so high between US, China, and many other countries and China. India needs to really step up and help with the marketing India. The media's focus, marketing India. The way this we heard, only 20 people heard. Now we need to really have millions of billions of people to hear this message. And the other important message, what pandemic really did, a huge damage to the world. 6 billion people were lost. I lost my own brother in New Delhi to COVID, to Delta. But one thing good happened out of this pandemic. It really raised the importance of semiconductor industry. Thanks to the semiconductor that we were able to develop vaccine in few months. Now it used to take years. And thanks to this semiconductor that we are all here again in person. So this has become strategic to many countries, and that's another challenge. It's not just India going after this. I get calls from many countries. Please help us bring semiconductor, enabling the semiconductor ecosystem in India. I think the media has to play a big role, and I really think that the opportunities are right, but it will be not an easy task to bring the fab. And I know that South Korea had many ups and downs. Now they are really number 2 in the world. Taiwan started from nothing, number 1 in the world in Asia. I think India can be the 3rd powerhouse, but we need to do a lot more work together and promote India. That's all I want to say. Thank you.